Hi, welcome to With Liza Faye. Today, we're going to talk about a poem that is close to everyone's heart. Heart. We all go through difficult times, and most of us go through those difficult times alone. That's fine if you want to go through things alone. I did that too. But whenever you feel like going out of your alone time and you feel like connecting to another sentient being, well, that's why I'm doing this. Just keeping a space for you to be with somebody. I'm Liza Faye. Nice to meet you, or nice to be with you again. And let's journey this crazy, beautiful thing called life. There you are. Welcome back. And again, as I said, today we're going to talk about something that's close to everybody's heart. The title of the poem is Glued Heart. At this point, I think everyone listening to the podcast has had their hearts broken into a million pieces. And sometimes there are days that we can't put the pieces back together and we can't just function. Even our bodies don't want to move. We just want to lay in bed all day. We just want to be empty. Because it feels like our heart is so broken that it's kind of impossible to put it back together. I have many days like that. But as I was having one of those moments where I'm just crying, and I want the pain to stop, and I just want to disappear from the world, there's like a movie in my mind that played. It's like my heart, the pieces of my heart were brought up in midair and they were being glued together by some invisible hand. And once it was whole, it was put back in my chest. And when that happened, I felt relief. I felt like maybe I can still go on with life. And so I wrote this poem right after that. It's like there are different ways to glue a heart back together. Some go to religion, some go to books, some go spend time with family and friends, some travel, some go through therapy, some heal through arts and music. And those are the things that, those are like different kinds of glues that put back the broken pieces of your heart together. And I think all of us, all our hearts right now have glues in them so that our heart can be one piece, so that our hearts can beat again, that our hearts can live again and love again. The thing is, even though our hearts are already glued together, it can still break. Sometimes it's a different part of our heart, sometimes it's the same part of our hearts, but as long as we're in this life, our hearts will be broken, and that's a fact. And that's why we need life glues. We need to be able to know where to get a life glue that can help put the pieces of our broken hearts together again. And that's why if you have friends around you who are your life glues, treasure them. And maybe you can also be a life glue to them when the moment arises. And I know some people go to books, they read so many books, and that's how their hearts are glued back together. Some travel, some do art, some sing. But most of us, it's a mix of many things that glues our heart together. And that's what this poem is all about. To make us aware that even though our hearts can be broken or is broken, and take note, our hearts will be broken over and over again, our glued hearts is what makes us unique. Our glued hearts is what allows us to live one more day. It's our glued hearts that allows us to be more empathic to other people. That allows us to be more human in a sense, because we become more connected with everything around us. We become connected with other humans or other beings whose hearts are also glued together. And so that's what this poem is really all about. I don't know what caused your hearts to be broken. Career, relationships, friendships. There are many things that can break our hearts. Failed expectations, misunderstandings, betrayal. Some are our fault. Some we fell victims and caused our hearts to be broken. So one thing is sure, your heart will be broken. My heart will be broken. So the best thing we can do really is to make sure that we have glue. We have life glue available so that we can glue our hearts together again. Do you want to share a story about how your heart was glued back together? Personally, for me it was really arts and audiobooks and friends and family. It's a mix of many things, but mostly it was my solitude with my art in music and a lot of moments of reflection about what happened, why it happened, how can I avoid it again if I can't avoid it, so how do I deal with it when it does happen again. So those are things that can sustain us in this life. Personally, I believe that a lot of the glue in my heart is Jesus, and Jesus sent friends, He sent art, He sent travels, and those things also became glue, and they put the broken pieces of my heart back together. If you're struggling right now on how to glue your heart back together, let me know. Maybe I can find some life glues for you. So drop me a chat in my Instagram account. I left the link below, or you can just comment on this post, and I'd love to start a conversation with you. So thank you for being with me, and I hope that you like this poem, Glued Heart, here with Liza Faye.